Stan and I are close together on the couch, you know we've got a fantastic
we have
guest.
secrets to tell, and we're going to tell some secrets with our next guest, for sure.
So, of course, with the caterpillar talk, makes us think of a little nature, little birds and the bees, love is in the air. But is there really something to it? Do more people actually really fall in love in spring?
Well, you know, I fell in love during springtime.
Did
so
you?
It did work for me and my hubby. So why is it a special time of year for couples to get together? Here to either confirm or deny the springtime romance myth is our lovely love and relationship expert, Dr. Gina Midyett. So great to see you, Dr. Gina. How are you?
Good. I love being here. You guys are so amazing.
Well, I was like, what are your thoughts? I mean, she's sitting here talking about caterpillars with her. She's like, these girls are crazy.
Well, that's really gross, but the good news is that spring can be a beautiful time too.
Good point.
Yes,
Good
and it's
point.
a time to fall in love and to clean out your life. You know, with the bad stuff comes good stuff.
Yes. So it is, if you are looking for love, and like I said, so this is when I met my hubby, is in the
I
spring.
love
So, you know,
that.
I feel like it is just that time when you're kind of like primed and ready to, if you're not in a relationship, find a new relationship. It's a time for renewal. And you brought up a great point to me off air, talking about renewing yourself and really cleaning out your inner world. We do all the spring cleaning, but clean out those negative thoughts, clean out that emotional baggage.
Yes, I think that we always focus on the physical stuff, the outside, our house being clean, everything being organized, our kids looking good, but we forget about what's on the inside. So when I talk about cleaning your inside, I'm talking about deep things like your negative thoughts.
Deep work.
Deep work, yes. Inner messages that maybe are leading you to do bad things in life, just bad habits, bad people in your life. There's a lot of things that we don't realize are holding us back.
Get rid of them.
Get rid of them.
Well, and it
Yeah.
kind of goes hand in hand with the, like, you got to work on yourself before you fall in love and find somebody. I mean, it kind of is hand in hand with this one, right?
Exactly. If you're not good for yourself, you're going to attract the wrong people. So you have to love yourself. You have to be good with yourself. And I promise you, you're going to attract the perfect person.
You know, it's funny because you get such, your finger is on the pulse of what's going on in relationships, going on with couples, you know, just trends. And I love to hear that from you. Like, what are you seeing in with your patients? Because what you're seeing is representative of society. It's very relatable. It's like, I'm going through that. I know you're seeing a lot of situationships, as people call them. That can get confusing.
It takes me, that just adds to stress for me, because I remember you remember when you and Doug got together, I remember the situational stress of the what are we right now? Is that what we're talking about?
It's exciting, but then it's also like you're in limbo. Yes.
Well, anxiety is the fear of the unknown. So anytime you fear the unknown or you don't know what's going on or you feel loss of control, you're going to feel anxious and unhappy at the same time. So when a relationship is undefined, you're not going to feel comfortable. You're not going to feel settled and safe. So safety and security is the number one thing in a relationship. So if you're with someone and they're not giving you any kind of direction on where it's going, it's going to drive you a little crazy.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go back 16 years for Walter and I remember this being a thing. But as women, we're kind of taught, oh, I don't want to ask about it, because if you ask, it could push the guy away. At least that was in our situation. What do you say to that if people say it?
So I think as women, we are people pleaser. You know, I think that as little girls, we're told, okay, be a good little girl, do what you're told. But I think as grown women, and now in this new society, this new era, we have to be strong and say what we want. So don't be afraid to tell the person you're with, this is what I need, these are my expectations, these are my goals, and if they don't align with your goals, it's time to move on. I tell women all the time, don't be afraid, there's somebody out there for you. You're not stuck with this person.
No,
Never.
it is so true. It is so
That's
true.
what marriage is for. Then you're stuck. No,
Right. I hope Chris Rock has said it best. I think it's like married and miserable, or single and lonely. No, I'm just kidding. You have to strike the balance where you lose that excitement at the beginning, but you have the security and the stability, which is what we're all looking for. Okay, so I want to ask you, Dr. Gina, when it comes to red flags, you know, it's like our body, our intuition is telling something, like you want to see someone for all the good, but then you're like, wait a second. I have a friend who's single, and she's told me some of the red flags she's seen. Like, pay attention to that. It's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse.
What do you say?
Yeah, so I think we all have this superpower called intuition, and it's not a mystical thing. It really is our subconscious minds giving us little warnings, but our conscious minds want to be like, no, I'm just going to not listen to this. So it's important that we hear our body. So if we're feeling anxiety or we're feeling tired all the time or drained, that's a sign that, well, maybe there's some red flags you need to look into. So look at those red flags. I tell people too, what are your non-negotiables? Non-negotiables are very very important to stick with those things and don't settle. But definitely listen to your body. If something doesn't seem right, and Roxanne, you're so right, people don't change, especially at this age of life.
Yes.
Unless you're 12 or 15, you're not going to change.
And so, you know, to kind of have a full circle moment with you, and we wanted to do this talking about spring. And again, you have such a good pulse on what people are talking about, you know, because of your practice and your work. Do people fall in love more in spring? Do you think relationships tend to blossom like we talked about caterpillars or the birds and the bees?
So when I was listening to this, I'm like, do people fall in love more in the spring? And I would think that it could be a yes, because it's such a beautiful time of year. The weather's better, nature's more beautiful. I think we're also in this mindset about spring cleaning, also like, okay, we're getting ready for summertime, and we want our bodies to look good, our homes to look good. So I think that we're opening ourselves up and our hearts up to accept love a little bit more. So that would be my theory on why people fall in love.
Well, there's another theory I'm going to
that.
mix in, but I'm not going to say it because it's not PG or G.
Oh,
rated.
dear.
Right?
And that's
I'm
why
used to
we
that.
need a podcast or have social networking.
Right? It's because it's
That's
the birds
right.
and the bees season. It's mating season. So you literally go out and look for a mate. Gina, we've got about 30 seconds left. Any final words that you can offer to that person who's saying, this is going to be my season for
frustrated.
love, you know, whether you're in a relationship or looking?
I think the final words is take care of yourself. I think that it's time to look at your life and go, what do I need to do to accept love? What am I holding back on? So just love yourself. I think that would be my biggest tip. Love yourself and accept who you are and be confident. And I promise you're going to find the love you want.
You have the best words of wisdom.
I feel like
this positivity.
it is.
Positivity is very important.
Well, you know what else is important in our world? Our morning menu. And we're getting